Good morning, angels. Happy day 5 of Angel Songs. I have to share with you all that I am having so much joy doing this every single morning, and um, I don't necessarily enjoy waking up to an alarm, um, ever really. But this is whenever I set my alarm for this in the morning, and oftentimes I'll wake up before the alarm because I ask my body to. But sometimes my body needs a little bit more sleep. But oh my goodness, I just like every time I set my alarm to wake up for this, it's just like I feel so much joy and so much peace in my heart, and it's just so lovely to be here with you every morning and singing and sharing the tones and the message of the day. And hello, Oren. And so it's just really beautiful. I wanted to share that, and I just have so much joy being here with you, whether you are live or on the replay. You're here with us now, and it just feels so lovely, and I'm grateful to have you here. So I'll drop right in. Today, as I woke up, it's like not even a thought I had. I was like, who's the angel? What angel frequency are we tuning in today? And acceptance came in right away, and I was like, oh, interesting, because there's a couple ones that have come in after the initial every day, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do that tomorrow, and then it's always a little different. So today came in the angel of acceptance, and I really love that, and I was tuning in and asking. I was like, okay, well, what is the message for that? What wants to be shared around acceptance? And the biggest thing that came through is acceptance isn't necessarily needing to like the situation or the experience that we are in, and not accepting from a place of victimhood or really a victimhood, or that this has to be the way it is in the experience. But it's really, from this perspective, accepting what is, in the sense of this is exactly what needs to be happening right now in my experience in order to propel me forward into what I'm doing, into what I'm here to bring forward, into what I'm here to learn, into what I'm here to expand into and grow into. So it's really the acceptance that this is the perfect springboard to bring us, and I use the collective us, and you, whatever your individual experience is, into this change, into this space, into a different choice, right? Because a choice is really what changes our circumstances, our experiences, and our perspective. So when we see where we're at as this springboard, as it's like, what is here? What is it here to show me, teach me, expand me into, in order for me to be even more aligned with what is here in my heart and joyful? And when that dropped in this morning, I was like, that's really beautiful, because I've been in so many situations in my life and experiences where I haven't enjoyed them, where they weren't fun, or they weren't necessarily something that I would have wanted to happen. However, in bringing the frequency of acceptance into them, I was able to then see, oh, this is showing me this, which means then I can now choose this in order to propel myself into this next alignment of even more joy and what I'm here to bring forward, and also just what I'm here to expand and feel within my heart, And for example, like for me, in accepting, so for those of you that don't know, and thank you all for who are tuning in, please say hello, share some hearts if you're here. For me, accepting having, what many would call a chronic illness, I have diabetes, and I've had it since I was 11 years old, and it took me a really, really long time to come to an acceptance with my diabetes. And for me, I really started to get curious and see, okay, so I have this experience. I have this experience of chronic illness. My sugar goes up and down. Sometimes I feel very fatigued. I'm inflamed. Sometimes I don't know how to control it because of certain things that I've eaten, or situations or circumstances, and all of that. And for me, I was able to And this is an ever-growing process. This is an ever-expanding growth. I won't say that I'm like totally, 100% in acceptance always, but for the most part, really, really in the space of a relationship, a partnership with diabetes, and the space of acceptance where I really started to shift my perspective and get curious, and instead of being in this space where I'm like, oh my God, I have diabetes and this sucks, and oh my gosh, I have to live with this for the rest of my life, potentially, as we know, and has been shown in many ways that the body has the ability to regenerate itself, but that's a whole other topic for another time. I really got curious and was asking, okay, well, I have this experience. What's here? What's actually it's showing me? And the first thing that came in with that a few years ago was I have such a intimate relationship with my body and what it's doing and communicating with myself. I know what's going on in my body at all times from this perspective of what my blood is doing, which is the river of life, which is if we allow ourselves to see the body as the body of the earth, the blood is the rivers that run, the mycelium, all of that. So I really, when that perspective came in, I had this moment of like, I really got to accept this experience and then, okay, how can I work with it and choose differently to not just think about it, but also how I take care of my body in order to support and allow me to live an even more expanded and joyful and love-filled life, which is what has happened, and that has allowed my blood sugar to regulate, allowed myself to even more deeply connect intuitively and intimately with my body, with what I eat, how much water, what kinds of foods, different foods every day. So just an example of, you don't have to like your situation in order to accept it, but in the acceptance is where you can change it all. And isn't that just a wonderful and hilarious paradox that in accepting and fully being with this experience, you can then change it. But it's when we resist what's here when it becomes much more difficult to even think and feel and in tune clearly what's here. So I'm gonna go ahead and now through that tangent, and let me know if that resonated for you, if there's anything that came in for you during that stream, that download that just came through. And I'm going to pull our Guardian of the Day today. Again, this is the Keepers of the Light deck from Kyle Gray, and the artwork is Lily Lotus. Just checking. And so who is our Guardian of the Day today? I'm presently in the Poconos. I'm presently in the Poconos, which is really lovely, and this tapestry behind me is even more appropriate. I love it. Our Guardian of the Day is Gaia, Earth Connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. Show you just a little bit. Oh, it's reversed, so you can't even see. That's so interesting. I don't have my camera today, but this is Gaia, Guardian, our Guardian of the Day and of Earth, and I think that's so beautiful for our acceptance message today, right? There's so many earth changes going on right now, the fires and the hurricanes that will be coming in, and the earthquakes, and what we're choosing as a species, as a collective, as a unit, as a union, right? Because we are interwoven and all connected in the web of life. So again, can we accept what's here? All what we can see as destruction really come from this neutral space of like, I'm observing this, and then from there choose differently, right? Say some people may choose not using single-use plastics, others may choose to work with an organization that helps the oceans, others may choose to create art or have a concert in support of certain organizations that are really helping and supporting the planet. So Gaia, I think, is such a wonderful guardian always, but especially for today in the space of acceptance, where knowing that Gaia's got this, Mother Earth has got this, and she knows exactly what she's doing, and she was here long before we were here, and we'll be here long before we are not. And so how do we work in symbiosis once again with the earth and the earth keepers, the indigenous people of the land, those who have been so in connection with the earth, with the waters, with nature, and knowing exactly how to work together with her in order to live in a really symbiotic way, where we do not take, whatever we take, we replant and we reconnect in order to replenish. So not just our generations can thrive from what is given here, but also the many to come, the 7 generations and beyond. So really coming to the space of acceptance, and from that place allowing yourself to choose what is in the highest, not just for yourself but for all, so that we can connect with that. And I'm going to pull the message of the day from the Work Your Light deck. Thank you, Gaia, for being our guardian today, which is just so wonderful. How are you guys feeling? How's your Monday? How's your morning? I love being here with you this early in the morning. All right, what is our message for today in this frequency of acceptance, this frequency of presence? Ooh, the cards are just so very excited. What is our message for today? Oh, there we go. Share your voice is our message for today. Come out of the cave persecution. Wow. I'm going to say that the angels were like, this is the message. Pay attention here. Wow. I love that just happened. You still with me? Oh my goodness. Hello. Okay. So, I might have put the cards down too strongly. But share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. So that's so beautiful. Again, with our guardian Gaia, she's sharing her voice. She's letting us know that she's in purge mode. She's clearing. She's creating a new space. The earth is going to look very, very different over the next several years. I'm saying 3 to 5 as she's shifting and changing, and volcanoes are erupting and water's moving. And the earth is also in her own purge, as we're seeing so many rise in their own way over the next, just in this present moment. So many people are coming into their awareness of how we are so interconnected with the world and with the multi-dimensions within us and around us, right? The microcosm of the macrocosm. So more are coming forward and sharing their voice, and not just their voice in voicing, for the ones that cannot voice in the way that we do with words, telepathically and energetically, of course. But also sharing your voice creatively and artistically, and what you're here to share with the world in your expression, in your voice. What is it that brings you joy? What is it that lights you up in order to be in service to the whole? Because what I know to be true is that when we are in our joy and we're really in our love, in our space of empowerment, this is where we want to give. We're a giving energetic, we're a giving species, we're a giving unit. So we want to give and support and help each other, and this is where we get so replenished. And it's a beautiful space of acceptance that we are giving people and giving energy, and from that we get replenished when we have solid boundaries, when we accept where we are and really don't try to rush any part of the situation or the experience, really just allowing it to show us and unfold in the perfect time and divine time, and then make choices in every now that support your heart, your joy, and then that of the whole, the highest good of the whole. So I love that, the invitation that as Gaia is sharing her voice and just without apology and letting us know that, hey, I'm doing what I need to do in order to align to my highest frequency, my sovereign state, my beautiful full empowerment and sovereignty and love. And you get to make that choice too if you so want to. And so share your voice with what is on your heart, with what is really here in love and acceptance within the ever unfolding rose of life that is here. So, and yeah, get creative. I think so many of us in our experience of awareness and waking up to not just this realm of third dimensional experience in the physical form, but also the multidimensional realms. Even the thoughts, like what we think and our thoughts, that's another realm, right? So all the other realms, the other species, the other beings that are with us. And so when we create, I think what I have felt is when we connect to our creative channel, which is the life force channel, the sexual channel, that which creates all things and also destroys all things, right? Energy is not created nor destroyed. It is just simply transmuted and alchemized into another version of itself. When we open up our creative channel and allow that to come through, it is so profoundly powerful, and so much can magnetize and move so quickly with that. And it can be as simply as taking a couple of minutes every day to draw, or to read poetry, or to take a walk in nature and observe and just be in presence. So I invite you to get curious today about what it is that is creative for you and a resonant creative expression for you in this. And what can you accept in your life? What is something that maybe you have resisted in your life? just for this short moment or for a while, that you can see in a new way of how it's actually supporting you in that springboard to your next alignment, or also just like, what is it here that's showing you for you to expand even more into your grace and into your multidimensional beauty and power and your intuitive gifts and creativeness. So I think that's all the message for today. What a stream. Let me just tune in for a moment. Yeah, that's it. Let's sing. Let's bring some tones and some melodies. So if you're able, I invite you to close your eyes, come into a comfortable space and position. Take a couple deep breaths together. Allow yourself to receive whatever the tones are here for you today, and for them to nourish your heart in the most loving and nourishing and aligned and resonant way. I love you. Ma. Thanking deeply the Native American nation and all the indigenous nations that just came forward and are here and have always been here in cohesiveness, symbiosis, and protection of the earth. This melody came in as a wake-up call, is what was coming in, a wake-up call to us, for us to remember, and this true acceptance that we really are interconnected with all the things, and that whatever we do, whatever choices that we make, ripple out into the whole and affect everything. That is how powerful we are, and that's how interconnected we are. So the choices that we make are not just, affecting us individually and maybe those that are close to us, but it really affects all, because we are all energetic beings. We are all connected. You can feel when you walk into the room the energy of the room, whether it is welcoming or you don't want to be there or you shouldn't be there. Or there's something that is not inviting. We cancel, clear, delete, shouldn't. So it's really a wake-up call, calling forward the remembrance that we are interconnected with all of this, and we all have an intuitive nature. If we look at children and we observe children, they are so intuitive and so deeply connected to everything. They're so wonderfully connected. And I remember this beautiful phrase being shared, that children are half God and half human. And really we are all God. We are all so divine and so multidimensional and interconnected in our form and formless. But yes, children have this innate connection because they are so deeply in their hearts and in their present now. And so we all, each and every one of us have that within our hearts. We have that child, that joy, that wonderment of observing and seeing what is around us is interconnected and within us. So as we observe all that's happening in the world, the fires, the earthquakes, the bickering, we can ask ourselves, what is it within us that is that fire, or is that earthquake, or is that maybe the fight? What is it within us? Or maybe it's just a matter of the observance. I know the other day with the fires, I had this question of, okay, what is the fire within me that I've been letting run amok and haven't paid attention to, or wanted to sweep under the rug? So getting very curious. But we are interconnected with all things, and this melody came through very strongly as a wake-up call, whatever you take that as. But to connect really deeply within self and see the interconnectedness with all. And how can we serve and be in the highest good for all? With love, with compassion, with presence, with observance, with witness, with acceptance, with the power of our choice and what it is that we choose. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to Earth at this time and for being in embodiment. Connect to your joy, connect to your creativity, to whatever that is for you in this now moment, and that's ever unfolding. Our wonderful guardian, I remind, is Gaia, Earth. How can you connect to Earth today? Maybe take an Earth walk. Walk barefoot on the earth if you can. It's cold somewhere, some places. I know that I still walk barefoot even in the snow. And share your voice. And sharing your voice can even simply be singing to yourself, humming to yourself, sharing a word of love or an expression of a boundary or truth to someone, or sharing your voice on a grander scale, on a bigger scale or more public scale. This is the time now, beloveds, to come forward and to be the light that you are. Be the divine one that you are here. Yes, with all the nooks and crannies within your heart, within your space, right? We're all growing and expanding and learning. But it's time to share your voice. And you know what the truth is for you. And you know what you're here to share in your creativity and your joy. I love you. And I thank you for being the uniquely expressed and creative being that you are. Because, like I said yesterday, no one can do what you can do the way that you can do it. So please do it. Please be it. We love you. I love you. And I'm so grateful. And I don't want to leave. I want to stay here with you. If you're able, let's take a breath together. Releasing all your air out. Deep inhale in. And exhale. Maybe bringing your hands to your heart. What are you bringing forward into your heart, through your heart today? Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Deep inhale in. Hold it at the top for a moment. Feeling it vibrate through your cells and your heart. Your body is alive. You are alive. You are here. Your purpose is life. Your passion is what? And exhale. I love you so much. If these messages are resonating with you, these tones and these messages and the guardians and the messages that are coming through, both through the cards and anything that's coming through my channel, please feel free to share these videos, share this live, share with people that you think it would resonate with, or just share it on your page, whatever resonates. And if you feel like doing a 21 Days of Angels, I did angel songs because that's the message that came through for me. So 21 Days of Angels, whether you share pictures or messages or people or anything that resonates for you with the angel and that frequency and of love and joy and divine love, please feel free to do your own 21 Days of Angels and tag your loved ones or those that you think that resonate. I ask every day, I'm like, who am I tagging today? And the first name that comes in is who I tag. I don't ask questions. I don't think, oh, maybe not them. I'm like, okay, I don't know why, but here we go. So yeah, if you feel like doing your own 21 Days of Angels, please go ahead and do it. And you can do it live. You can post photos. Again, it's you know exactly what resonates for you. And again, if these messages are resonating, please go ahead and share them. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6 at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you. Be well and have a beautiful present day, and get out into nature if you can. I love you.